Okay, I believe I'm going to do this again. Shadow Eater, one angry pagan here. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm being severely misunderstood. And I've got to clear this up. I've been on several chats recently. I'm part of, especially when the left-wing channels, Navarre Alive and, a different bias, and this new Labour Social. I'm being misunderstood. I'm bringing up stuff to do with pagan discrimination, right? Now, I think it was my last video before, I think, was to do with some Jews in a Jewish magazine blaming paganism for the January the 6th riots and the self-destruction of government. What? Yeah. But I bring this up, and immediately it's, oh, you got to be careful having a certain group of people. What? So, hang on, they don't have to be careful. It's coming across as if people think I'm racist. Really have to nip that in the bud. Not a racist. I might be pagan, Anglo-Saxon heathen, but not a racist. I'm not a white nationalist in the slightest. There are polytheists of different shades of skin from all over the globe. So it gives me no basis to be racist. If I tried being racist, it would be rather stupid by my own standards. Something else I want to pick up on whilst I'm here. It's either I'm being misunderstood or it's discrimination. But this time this time I'm going to have a go at atheists. And it's socialist atheists. People who seem to think that they're intellectually superior. Now I had enough of this. I thought I had enough of this from the monotheistic communities. My God is the only true God. That means you're lesser. It's the fundamental attitude. You can spin on it in whatever way you want, but the fundamental attitude is they want to convert you to believe that in their God because they believe their God is the only God, and even if it's in the most passive aggressive way possible, still saying that you're lesser. But now I've got the atheist community, the atheists in the socialist community doing. I myself am a socialist, but my socialism is informed by my paganism and vice versa. So I don't see why that's such a problem for other socialists. Really don't. Biggest point though I want to pick up on is a few times I've had this now, and that's that people are trying to say that I'm just a LARPer, a live action role player, because I'm an Anglo-Saxon heathen. I'm a heathen. I'm an Anglo-Saxon heathen. Do we know as much about Anglo-Saxon gods and goddesses as we know about Norse and other continental pagan gods and goddesses? No, we don't. Do we know nothing? No. But if you check out my other channels, you'll know that the way I think, I didn't I don't come at things from a dogmatic point of view to begin with anyway. I came to science and I came to politics and religion rather late. I was all about science, and my science was biological evolution. Now, once I started getting into religion and politics and human history, I started applying the way I thought about when it came to biological science to societies and cultures and religions and the way they evolved. Re-emergent evolution is a thing. You got how we go from being marine animals to being terrestrial animals to being marine animals to being terrestrial, and that's across various species, across various genera, across various periods of time. Now just apply that on a smaller scale to human societal and cultural evolution. Paganism wasn't completely wiped out. Evidence of it wasn't completely wiped out. A lot of a fair amount, there are a number of the Native Americans that so many were killed that they've had to rely on the few scraps of memories they've got left. They can't celebrate, they can't do things the way their people used to in the ancient days. Because a lot of that knowledge has been lost. Now, for the Native Americans, I will say, they had a lot better job in managing to keep a lot of what they lost in memories within stories, and they managed to keep some of it, a lot more of it than we Anglo-Saxons did. But it wasn't all lost for us, and more does keep being found. I don't just rely on, I don't. More often than not, I don't rely on written sources. I'm a paleontologist, therefore, when it comes to this side of things, archaeology and interpreting archaeology, for me, it's more reliable than interpreting written history. I use written history as the backup, and even then, again, you got to be critical. Got to have a critical eye when it comes to that stuff. So, we have a fundamental problem in, especially on the left, in the hypocrisy of how we're treating minorities. This is why I'm pissed off, especially atheist socialists. They're one of the first people to cry out when the centre or the right start being prejudicial and racist towards minorities. But when it's towards minorities in our own fucking lands, they don't give a fuck. Or of our own skin colour, they don't seem to give a fuck. They don't even treat us as if we're real. That's hypocrisy, people. Wake up. Critical thinking. I arrived at my own beliefs through critical thinking. And, free showed herself to me, but for a long time, I didn't believe in anthropomorphized gods. I wasn't even certain there was gods. I was getting there with polytheistic gods, but to me they were just energies. I thought the different forms of fundamental energies that science can prove are real. But but none of what I believe goes against what I know to be true from science. So, but trying to tell me that I'm a larper because, what, we don't know a lot about how the Anglo-Saxons believed back then? No, of course we don't. But no faith today believes exactly the same way that they did 2,000 years ago. Because societies, cultures, religions evolve. Have evolved. They keep evolving. Paganism re-emerged. Not only that, but in some parts of Europe, it carried on. Even in some parts of Britain, in some ways it did carry on. It's just in many ways things were lost. Now things are starting to be found. You can't just come out with some ignorant crap saying, "Oh, you can't say that that you're pagan. You're just a larper. Why? Oh, because you don't know enough." No, you think that. Going forward, most of us pagans know that going forward, a lot of what we do, whilst we base what we believe from the historical record, so to speak, we know that to a certain point we have to create new ways of doing things. That's only correct, especially according to my way of thinking, because it's how we evolve. I'm not a racist. I can't believe I actually have to come out and say this. I am not a fucking racist. I don't care what your fucking skin colour is. But if you're gonna fucking start lambasting pagans, for the sake of it, without any basis in reality, then I'm gonna fucking pull you up on it. I don't care what faction you are. But I'm being severely misunderstood here. Or people are discriminating against me for being pagan. Which is it? I've had enough. I would quite happily have a full-on debate. But, and I don't care whether that's on here, whether that's in person, whether it's fucking keyboard warriors. I don't give a damn. But if you're going to challenge me, actually give me logical fucking answers. The superiority complex bullshit pisses me the fuck off. And I'm getting that from atheists, from atheist socialists. Oh no, I don't think I don't think there's enough information, so therefore there isn't enough information, so therefore you don't believe what you believe. No, that's not how it works, mate. You're behaving like a Christian. It's surprising how atheists can warp themselves on this. But I'm kind of getting sick and tired of having to fight from the left against the left. I'm anti-Jewish in the same way I'm anti-Christian and I'm anti-Muslim. Because they treat us, because on a theological basis, I disagree with them. I'm against their theology. There's this thing of one God and these commandments and all this crap. I'm against it. I stand against it. That is my position. But am I racist? No, I don't care what your skin colour is. Again, it would be stupid of me to be racist. by my own standards. I don't mind being pulled out when I make a genuine mistake or when I'm genuinely being a prick, but if you're gonna fucking discriminate against me for being pagan, or if you're going to carry on this video is for those people who have misunderstood me on these terms, or for those people who have a bit of a superiority complex about them. I want to shit on pagans because, oh look, it's the pagans, want to shit on them. Isn't that why you have a go at Christians? The left having a go at the left, and I'm pissed off of it. I'm constantly having to deal with attacks from the right and the centre. So to be getting attacked from my own side is a little bit ridiculous. Especially when I'm not actually trying to pick fights with my own side. And we wonder why we don't win power in the West so often. This has been One Angry Pagan. One Angry Pagan, Shadowita. I'm not going to give you a good fate and good weird. Or blessed Thursday. Because I'm really pissed off. And people really need to get it into their heads that just because I'm pagan and I'm white doesn't make me racist. Just because I'm anti-Abrahamic, i.e. against Christianity, against Judaism, and against Islam, because I'm against them theologically, does not make me racist. Believe it or not, we pagans get discriminated against too. Quite a fucking bit. In some nasty fucking ways. But unlike the other minorities, it just goes gets swept under the carpet. Very, very hypocritical. No, I'm not the guy. I'm not gonna fucking I'm not gonna, be shamed here. Oh, look, it's the pagan, boo hoo hoo. No. No. As socialists, we believe in equity and equality, do we not? Whenever the Jewish minorities in this country, or the Muslim minorities in this country start getting fucking picked on, I see the atheists and I see socialists as the left as a whole lambaste jump to their defence. But when it's the pagans, they don't give a flying fuck. That to me shouts hypocrites. It does. That's contradiction all over. And I think the left should look a bit closer at pagans, given that the left wants to go further on the Green Project, and many pagans are a lot on board with that. A voter base. You can add to the voter base. But no. Instead, you discriminate against us. And when I bring up pagan discrimination, it's completely blanked over. And I also have to specify here. The dude from Labour Social really misunderstood me here. I was being UK and US specific. I was not talking about Sri Lanka. I wasn't talking about the rest of the world. Talk about Western societies. I'm talking from a perspective of introspection. From a Western perspective. Does that make any sense? So yeah. You want to argue with me? Bring it the fuck on. 'Cause I've had enough. You want to tell me that I don't believe what I don't believe? Give me an actual argument. Don't give me the superiority complex bullshit of, oh, we don't know enough. That's not an argument. We actually do know enough. And not only that, but being a polytheist means that it's not just the Anglo-Saxon gods that I fucking believe in. It's just primarily my prayers go to Frigg and Woden. Those were my patrons, Frigg and Woden. But I also believe in the Morrigan. So, and various others. I'm not going to. This video is going longer than I wanted now, but this annoys the fuck out of me. Not a racist, and I'm fed up of people mistaking me for being so. In fact, I am anti-racist. But I am also going to speak out against Muslims and Jews in the same way I speak out against Christians and capitalists. Same way I'm going to speak out against the Russians and the Chinese. And anyone else who's going to be a bully and a discriminatory prick. You might think I'm discriminatory. No, I'm actually having a go against the discrimination. Believe it or fucking not. Pagans are a valid minority, a valid cultural societal minority in both Britain and in the US, and even in Europe. It's about time we start being fucking recognised instead of being treated as if we don't fucking exist. Or as if we're just fucking racists. There are many of us that are on the left. It's about time the left fucking realises this and stops being so hypocritical and wakes the fuck up. So yeah, this has been me, rambling on a bit longer than I was expecting to, but I am so pissed off with this. Wake up, people. If I put something up, you know it's me, if I put something up, speaking out against Jews or Muslims, not being racist. It's in the same view, because I view them in the same view as Christianity. Because it's the same fucking amorphous blob. It's from the same religious group. Again, look at it in the way I... Try looking at it the way I look at it. Which is actually an evolutionary tree, in the sense of evolutionary trees. You know, they are related. And I've had experience of being treated as lesser from Muslims, Jews, and Christians. And what I had off of them every single fucking time was from, on different levels, by the way, because more often than not, they're trying to do this from a kind perspective, and it's an act of kindness from them. But to me, them trying to convert me is passive aggression. I treat people trying to convert me as passive aggressive, because this is what it is. You think that what I believe is wrong, so you're trying to convert me. That's passive aggressive at the very least, especially when it comes to religion, and especially coming from people who have a history of forced conversion, whether that's Muslims or Christians in particular. And yes, when I find a section of Jews trying to blame pagans for the destruction of the West and the January the 6th riots in Washington, yeah, I'm gonna fucking bitch about those Jews. But is that me having a go at all Jews? No. I am not an absolutist in my thinking. Whilst throughout this video I have had a go about monotheists. I realise that not all of them are bad, but I warn you people, don't try to come and convert me, because I will treat it as if you're being aggressive. I do not believe what you people believe. And I've had too many years of you people trying to convince me there's only one God, when I was pretty damn sure and have been proved to the fact that there is more than one fucking God. I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, or Jew. And you atheists really need to learn that I'm not a racist. Not only that, but you also need to learn that pagans are real. We are people too. Fucking idiots. So, yeah, you want to fucking argue with me? Bring it on. This has been one angry pagan. I'm very angry pagan. Siadawita. Goodbye, peoples.